Hello and welcome to Heart of the Arisen, a Dragon's Dogma 2 actual play. I'm your host and game master, Jasmine Bhullar, and today I'm joined by four amazing friends and adventurers. Becca, Jonah, Erika, Surena. Thanks for being here, friends. Welcome to the table.
Thank you.
Yay! We're here!
I'm so excited!
Today we're playing our original tabletop role-playing module inspired by the world of Dragon's Dogma 2. If you'd like to use our custom set of rules, you can download this very same adventure, but wait until after you watch this video because spoilers abound. We have our world map here in front of us where we'll be going on all of our adventures today. Much like the Dragon's Dogma video game, everywhere you can see on this map you can go to. So I look forward to tracking your overworld progress, adventurers. But where we start is actually in this ruined keep. If you want to take your cute little
We're in the cave?
characters
Oh, no,
and
not
put
the
them inside
Is that
the
what you meant?
ruined
Keep?
keep.
Yes, yeah.
Keep.
Keep.
I thought you said cave and I was like, yes, but keep is good.
You are all sitting amongst the crumbling stone, the ballast having been undone by the slow gnawing of ivy over time. You've heard horrible things about this place. In fact, it is nicknamed the Hollow Keep, a place that is rumored to be haunted, a place where a great tragedy befell and humankind wisely fell back from. But you've been tasked with a very important mission, to come here and acquire supplies for your local governance from the town of Port's End. Now, you have been chosen for this mission because you are not average townspeople. No, you are cut above. For our party consists of the Arisen and their pawns, and their main pawn.
She's perfect.
And we see Squibbly. What does Squibbly look like?
Squibbly! Stomptoe. Squibbly exists only as a figment of the Arisen's imagination, which somehow was accidentally born of the cutest things. She is about 4 feet tall, she is a dwarf, a hill dwarf, and her skin is a bright, incandescent orange, like a pumpkin, like the pumpkin backpack she always wears. And her hair is fiery red. Her rags that she wears as clothing kind of look like she's wrapped in banana leaves all the time. It's cute AF. And she's just always cheerful and full of bright light, so long as her Arisen is happy.
Yeah.
That's Squibbly. Yeah!
And what does Dave look like?
So Dave is a guy. You know, he's a 6 foot-ish. He has got brownish hair, brownish eyes. He likes hanging out with his friends, but taking it easy. He also is a glass blower. He likes to make different kinds of ashtrays for his friends' moms. And
Moms love him.
and he has like a vested interest in the Roman Empire, which is a thing that happened in an Earth realm.
Oh my God.
That's crazy fantasy stuff. No one
Yeah,
believes that.
it's ridiculous. He loves it though. He can't stop talking about it.
What about Issa? What does Issa look like?
Issa has short cropped black hair, tan skin. She's very statuesque in nature, graceful, but in a way that she is just stressed. She's stressed out a lot of the time because she has the weight of destiny upon her shoulders constantly. But she wears your standard like leather armor with floral inlays that looks very similar to the would-be florals upon Squibbly's outfit.
Amazing.
Dreamboat.
And what about Mr. Princess? What does Mr. Princess look like?
Mr. Princess is a refined gentleman thief, a shadow of darkness, in the form of a Persian cat stuffed into a little pinafore, petticoats, and a pink floral bonnet. And he has piercing green eyes that always look beleaguered and grumpy.
Cute.
It's cute.
I want a needlepoint of that.
You've been adventuring together for some time now. How have these adventures fared for you thus far?
I think it's going really well.
Incredibly medium. We have survived mostly. And I'm also incredibly good at what I do.
As Mr. Princess says this, you reflect on your adventures together and you remember what it was like when you first adopted this life of adventuring and venturing out into the world. Issa Hargrove, you remember the day that the dragon came to the village of Port's End. What were you doing when this happened?
I was working at the local bakery. I had left my elven community to go work in a human port. I love humans. I love them. They're perfect beings. But I gave up my life of fighting to work at this bakery, and then all of a sudden I heard a crash outside.
And that crash would change your life forever. For you were chosen by a massive winged creature to share its fate. With one wicked claw, it plucked your heart from your chest, and you were bound to it. And now, until you venture across the realm and come face to face with this dragon again, you cannot die. And in some ways, your destiny is no longer your own. For with the powers of becoming an Arisen came additional responsibility. Well, your sister, Rubina Hargrove, was very excited about this prospect, if you recall.
She was thrilled. I didn't ask for this.
Okay, but you didn't ask for it, but this is...
No, but I have a lot of responsibility.
Right, but you can have more now. Like, you can, you have a pawn.
I'm here too.
You're perfect.
Thank you.
And thusly Squibbly came into being.
I burst into existence in a bright light of orange glowing skin and fiery red hair and just enthusiasm for you. My liege!
You can call me Issa.
Oh, no.
You can call me Issa.
Okay, my Issa liege.
It's fine. We'll work on it.
Rubina convinced you to offer your services to the mayor of your town.
Yes.
And the village council, who have sent you on some missions. As the months went by, you rallied other pawns to your side. Where were you when you first heard the call of being summoned through the Riftstone into this world? Dave the human. Budget!
Guys, it's just me, Jonah. It's all right.
Oh! Where'd that other guy go?
Oh, you mean Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hanging with my guy friends, right? We have a little shop near the waterfront. I'm a glass blower, do a lot of, cool stuff, cool necklaces, like something you could put on, near the window, have the light shine through it.
Is this work that your Arisen has you do?
Yeah. It's, and this is the funniest thing. His name is also Dave. Yeah.
And he made you in his image.
Yeah, he sure did. I mean, like you said, humans are just the best. No lies detected there. And so we chill, we sip them. We play music and cards and stuff like that. We go on adventures when needed, but we don't like to get too crazy, not to get too violent or anything like that.
And you sauntered off from the glass blowing hut and joined the party.
Hey, man.
Dave says, "What's up?"
You're Dave.
Yeah, no, sorry, other Dave. My friend's a crush on you.
What?
Let me check him out, my liege.
Yes, please.
I get real
anything.
low to the ground. I'm gonna sniff in a circle and sniff all up and down. Clear, my liege.
Give me a perception check.
That's 6.
Yeah, it seems clear. Everything's on the up and up.
He smells like glass. It all checks out. This is the Dave. That is the beta Dave to the alpha Dave.
Yeah.
It's the beta Dave.
No,
Your name
no.
is the beta Dave.
It's not. It's not. It's just Dave. It's just Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you want to, I don't know, like go find stuff?
Yeah. No. It's Dave says I'm here to help you. So you are now.
You are Dave.
Yes, I am Dave. Other Dave. Alpha Dave.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I understand now.
And
Okay.
this continued.
And so it went.
For several minutes.
You know what? Beta Dave's fine. Beta Dave's fine. Just will be Beta Dave.
Perfect.
And we cut back to the ruined keep where Mr. Princess is purring, reflecting on where they were when all of this first happened, where they would maybe rather be.
No, I don't want to go back there. This is the life that I was meant to live, adventuring. I'm a shadow, a specter, just mist in the forest.
You hear a voice deep inside your heart, almost psychically through the plains, of your own Arisen, that says, "Oh, Mr. Princess, you've lost your hat. Oh, your hat, Mr. Princess. Oh, off the counters, Mr. Princess.
I'm sentient.
Off the counters.
You can just ask me.
But your little frills, they're all askew and asunder. You have to...
Oh, Mr. Princess, no, please, are you okay? I'm here.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You acquire one Beastrin furball.
Oh, is it good?
Is it good?
Is it good? It might be good.
I'll put it in my pocket.
In your pocket.
Thank
you, Squibbly.
It's going in my inventory.
If I were back there, Lady Tippington would have me wearing the bonnet and the frills and the pinafore, all of it. It makes it so hard to move around, and everything is always so starchy.
And what is Mr. Princess wearing now?
Mr. Princess is still wearing the skirt, the petticoat, the petticoat over it, and then the little sundress and the little bonnet tied around over his ears. But under that, I have my cool assassin pants, and with extra pockets, and the silent cat paws of a criminal.
I would call these outer vestments ones of love.
Lady Tippington is very doting and kind in her own very special way. She's so lonely.
Oh.
And you left her?
Yeah, well, so that was probably fine.
I am an alley cat. I roam, prowling about the streets of this city.
You got a wild spirit that can't be tamed.
That's right.
That's hot.
But I would also like some.
Yes.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What a party. We're like the classic, typical party.
It's a really normal party, yes.
All of us. Have you ever been to a party?
Yeah, don't say, yes, you've been to a party. Do you remember that party?
Look, I've existed for 3 weeks.
No, 3 months.
It's taken me to a
Three
party.
months.
3 months. I forget what time is and how it works and how one counts it. What was the last party that we went to?
No, so do you remember, so we went to, what is it, Nathaniel's place? He had the thing with like a pool, but it was just the 3 of us.
Yeah,
So
that's a party because in my definition, like, even though you call it a party
It was a
and
party.
have snacks and
Yeah.
like, a banner, if people
And a
don't show
banner.
up- people don't show up, do we still call it a party?
I don't think you've been to a party.
Yeah, no. The answer's no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It kind of checks out.
And indeed it is that across your adventures as an Arisen, you've come across quite a few different pawns. They range in aptitude, in demeanor, even in ability. For they were not created in your image the way that Squibbly, your main pawn, was. In fact, these were created according to the will, desire, or needs of other Arisen. Now, you know that such Arisen exist in the world, Much like you, their fate is also tied to the dragon who took their heart. But, unlike you, they have not received a special missive from erstwhile Montgomery, who, with the support of the Council of Port's End, sent you to this keep to acquire supplies for the town's militia. Now, using these supplies, you know they intend to march on the bandits who have taken up refuge somewhere in the mountains. You know that there is a town, a mining town called the Plinth, simply referred to as the Plinth, I should say. And you know that these bandits tend to strike at Port's End and retreat up into the mountains. You intend to eventually maybe enlist the help of the good people of the Plinth to track them down. But before any of that, there is boxes, crates, barrels upon barrels of armor, weapons, vestments, ammunition, anything that a good standing militia needs, that was abandoned with great haste in the Hollow Keep. And now it is yours for the taking, with these new pawns that you have in tow. What does Issa look like?
Issa is a slender elven woman with short cropped hair. She has a dark green, almost like shoulder wrap and leather armor. Yeah, that's what that is. And inlaid in her armor is this floral figlery that is very similar to the floral upon her pawn, Squibbly. Yes.
That's my catchphrase.
And upon her chest is a scar for where the dragon claw plucked out her heart.
A glowing, scintillating mark, one that Squibbly shares on their hand.
First of all, I'm so mad at that dragon for plucking your heart out. Second of all, I'm so glad that dragon plucked your heart out so I can exist and be your pawn. Ha! Wait, no. There it is. It's this one. Yes. I always forget.
Squibbly,
Yeah.
you cast an eye around the Hollow Keep and do your due diligence in protecting and carrying out the will of the Arisen who commands you. Give me a survival check.
Survival. Okay. That would be an 8.
Nothing seems amiss to you. The floor of the keep is crumbling in places, and down below you hear the gentle tinkling of water flowing somewhere. And in fact, you can see the sunlight play off of the blue and occasionally cast patterns on the cold stone gray walls around you.
Checks out, boss. My liege. I like it here. Let's stay. We can move here. We could have the ivy grow down over here. And then we could do, I don't know, or we could move on and do an adventure, whatever you think.
Would you like to move here?
Yeah, I'd love it
So
here.
I hear there's ghosts. How do you feel about that? And the bandits did leave very hastily, so that means that there's lots of danger.
I don't think anything bad could happen.
Give me
To be 3 months ago.
Yes.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
No.
Okay, well, here's the thing. When I really max men to go all in on intelligence, we got a 19.
A 19. As you say this, you trip a trap that would have spilled scalding hot oil all over you. But instead, the cauldron is empty.
Boss, I feel like something bad was supposed to happen just now, but it didn't.
Are you
And
okay?
I just want to say this day is lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. You're good.
I'm totally chill. How are my tangerine cheeks?
Perfect.
Our other pawns look at each other, feeling a little bit like third wheels in a very inappropriate pawn-arisen relationship.
Man, Alpha Dave's gonna owe me big for that.
Give me a history check to see what you can recall from your Arisen Dave.
Okay.
Entrepreneur, that Dave.
All right.
-1.
Oh, yeah. Well, 18.
18.
It'll be 18.
It occurs to you that traps are potentially set for a reason. And this trap looks a little bit newer than the rest of the keep. This one was set recently. Occurs to you that it's strange that it wasn't functional, but also that maybe someone has come here before you. And you notice all of this in a very Dave way. In a way that only a very average human Dave could know.
Weird.
Didn't know there was a C in that word.
Weird.
Weird.
It's weird, isn't it? So, someone's been here before.
Okay.
Means this place is busted. We should probably bail.
No, I don't think we should bail. Dave.
Okay, then let's
We
just
shouldn't-
chill.
We shouldn't give up. No, we should actually just travel cautiously.
Whatevs.
Good.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in it. I like
Right-
it.
right on,
Great.
right on.
Okay, so we will just, Mr. Princess,
Yes.
can you venture a little ahead because you are incredibly agile and spry
Yes. I am.
and just kind of like the wind.
My center of balance is very low.
Yes, describe Mr. Princess for us.
You see, stuffed into the little pink sundress is a white Persian cat with a slightly squish face and piercing green eyes that always look a little disgruntled. I can't help it. I'm not always disgruntled. It's just the way I look. I have just a resting, disgruntled face. I'm very happy to be here.
You look it.
Yes. I'm going to scout out a little bit.
As you prowl forward to scout out more of the keep, give me 2 rolls. Give me a stealth check and a perception check.
Ooh, that's an 18 on the die plus 7 is 25.
Oh my gosh.
For stealth, and then
Are a thief class, so this is something you're very good at.
and then what was the other?
Perception, yes.
So that's 8. That is an 8, yes.
Total.
You slink forward as quiet as a shadow. You think you hear a clattering somewhere on the loose stone in front of you, but before
What was that?
Mr. Princess.
before you can react, the stone underneath your feet gives way, and you begin to slip down. Give me a acrobatics check.
28.
You are able to grab a hold of a piece of rotting wood somewhere below you, and you realize with a sinking feeling you are dangling in the lower reaches of the keep, just above a rushing river of water, of the brine. You know from experience, since you have been traveling with your Arisen for some time, that the brine spells death.
I'm a whole 9 months old, and in my time, I've seen so many. As the second you touch the drink, then you're gone. You're a goner.
You said,
There's water down here.
did you say water?
Water! It's the brine!
They run over to go.
Do you actually exclaim like this?
Yes.
Do we hear?
Yes. You hear a sound like a cat drowning come
Just like a
screeching. Yeah.
Oh God, there's an alarm of some kind.
Out of a crack in the floor in the keep. And as you do, you hear the pitter-patter of several footsteps come alive around you.
I rush to Issa and climb up your back and cover your ears so you don't have to hear the bad sound.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm very sensitive, and I'm trying to save you with you.
I'm attached. I'm just riding piggyback.
Yes, this is perfect. Perfect.
How do you attempt to save?
With my arms, I would like to reach and pull Mr. Princess up.
They're hanging a little too far down for you to reach with just your hands.
Ooh, no! No, I'm fine though.
I can't reach you, so.
I will suffer this sound for you. Oh, thank you.
And you try to climb up. Okay, let's establish your stamina pool. So in this module, in addition to your health pool, you'll have your stamina pool. In order to do certain actions, you will sort of take damage to the stamina pool. Once your stamina pool is depleted, you'll have a much harder time doing things like climbing onto a monster and holding on, or throwing each other, things like that. We'll get into that a little bit more later. But your pool is going to be equal to 1d6 plus your con modifier plus your dex modifier.
Okay,
And
Dex.
you'll get to roll a fresh pool after a short rest.
Ooh, okay. Dex is 4 plus 4. Con is plus 2, so that's plus 6 to whatever we get. Come on, big money, big money. 4. All right. Okay, so that's 10.
10. So you have 10 stamina to spend. Now, because you're playing a thief, you get a special augment. That means you take half damage to your stamina pools, which makes things like climbing and holding on very easy for you. But the act of climbing up is still a little bit laborious. Give me an athletics check.
17.
17. Very deftly, very easily, you are able to climb your way up with your tail swishing just above the brine, this sludge that you know represents death below you. As you swing yourself up through the darkness and you see this furry bonneted head appear from this sort of like newly formed crumbling hole in the ground, you all realize you're on rather unsafe footing. As you think to move and reposition yourselves, you suddenly see small little heads pop up behind the stones around you, on the walls, in the windows, and you realize you are surrounded by goblins.
Do we not like goblins?
No, we don't.
Are we sure these aren't ghosts?
No, they're not transparent.
Yeah, they look very corporeal to me.
Oh.
What do you think, Dave?
Well, one, this sucks. We could all agree on that.
In.
2, we need to see how many there are around us. And is anyone an archer?
No, I'm an archer, yes.
What if I throw you up into the sky and you try to take out a few and get a good view of how much, what we're dealing with?
No, that sounds like the best day of my life. Please throw me.
Okay.
Yes.
Best Dave of your life.
Best
This is
day
the
of my life.
So that's what I want
Yes.
to do.
As a fighter, in addition to your augment, you also have a very special feat in your background as a pawn, which allows you to throw people with some ease. You can
That's
throw
true.
your allies 30 feet.
30 feet.
So, if I understand correctly, your plan is to throw Issa 30 feet into the air to get a better vantage?
Yeah, I'd like everyone to know that when I was younger, 40, 50 tops I would go. But, these days, the glass blowing kind of, a little arthritis coming in, so it's 30 feet. I just want everyone to know that. What?
2 months will really, kind of take it out of you.
Yeah, they really will. They will. So I'll throw Issa up 30 feet in the air, get your bow and arrow out, pop, 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 take out some of these goblins.
Dave knows. It's Dave that you weren't always like this. In fact, pawns have a tendency to look more and more like they're arisen the longer they are alive. We flash back.
I'm so sorry.
We flash back, Dave, to what you were like when you were fresh popped into creation and you were faced with your own Dave.
Wow, you're rad.
Yeah, you're like my pawn.
No way. You're like the king. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
basically. Yeah.
Seriously, if I could one day be like you, I'd be like, what would you say? Sick?
No, I wouldn't
no,
say
yeah,
that.
you
That's
wouldn't
kind of
say
played
that.
out. Here's the thing. Like, you're kind of bound to my will. It's a little unfortunate for you.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Whoops.
And here's the thing. Everybody's like, Dave, you're an Arisen now. You can affect real change in the world. you can upend hierarchy and power structures, and you can, like, affect positive change on a community level. But here's my thought.
Yeah.
You know what this town needs? A glass-blowing shop.
Glass-blowing shop, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that because it's like glass blowing. It's like, that's the thing. Because that's the kind of stuff that will make people, make them seem like make their day brighter. And when someone's day brighter, they can pull themselves up by their own bootstraps and then deal with what they need to deal with, right?
Yeah.
So that's a solid.
Well, I was more like, okay, so like,
are you sure
it takes it takes skill and art, and the thing is, like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
But I still want people to perceive me as an artist.
Okay, yeah.
You fly through the air. You've done this maneuver before. Yes. And as you do, you see small goblins taking unexpected positions around the crumbling walls around you. The keep is much more massive than what it's pictured here. We're kind of looking at a zoomed out vision of it. You can't tell how many there are because they extend beyond your sight. The walls kind of are all around you, but you do see the ones in your immediate vicinity.
So as I am traveling upward, I'm going to do my archer feat, which is the threefold bolts. You want
to use your augment.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes. So this allows you to shoot 3 times.
Yes.
Fantastic. Roll for initiative. Okay. You get to go first. You'll get a free attack on this.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
Ooh.
14.
14.
14.
Hey.
Ooh. Who amongst you wants to go first?
Well, I'm going to be operating at -10 because of our special mage rules.
That'll only happen when you cast your spell.
Oh, I'm casting a spell.
Okay. All right. So we will get to that. Okay.
I'm sorry. Actually, I got 16. Sorry.
Okay. So Dave goes first anyway.
So Dave of you.
So go ahead and roll to hit.
13.
13. All right. Your arrow goes singing through the air and strikes one of the goblins. Roll for damage.
9.
9. A devastating blow. You see the little goblin give out a little shriek as it goes, "She got me!" and wheels backwards. Another one of the goblins, seeing what is happening, springs into action. As you begin your descent now downwards.
Didn't think about this. Please catch me, Dave!
It is going to peek in through the window and throw a flask at the two of you who are standing quite close together, I believe, right over the hole. Both of you give me a dexterity saving throw.
Nat 20.
Oh.
Yeah! Hey! Stompy feet!
I body slam him out of the way.
Oh no, Dave.
I got a 7.
You got a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, Squibbly, you see this oil coming, this flask being thrown, and you wheel underneath it, and it hits Dave's frame as he kind of does nothing to move out of the way. You like dodge and roll. He gets hit center mass, and you are
doing the math of trying to figure
covered in oil.
What?
Covered.
Yeah, so I just get covered in it? Okay.
You still get to go in your normal initiative order. That was like kind of an extra attack since you kind of were thrown up and got a surprise attack on them. What would you like to do on your turn?
Oh, okay. So I would like to use my augment now.
Amazing.
Yes.
So this will allow you to shoot 3 arrows. Do you want to shoot them all at the same target or different targets?
Different, if possible.
Fantastic. Go ahead and give me 3 attack rolls.
3 attack rolls. Wonderful. Okay, that is 16 for one.
That hits.
A 15 for the other.
That hits.
And a 14 for the other.
All 3 hit.
Wow.
Woo!
Go ahead and roll damage.
First one is a 7.
Okay, amazing.
Goblin on the left. Goblin in the center. 6.
Okay.
Window goblin. 6.
6. Fantastic. You pepper the goblins with arrows, As you do, one of the goblins pulls out a horn and begins to blow on it, and you hear more scurrying inside the ruins.
Like it.
As you feel like an entire goblin horde is now descending upon you. It is your turn, Dave.
I'm gonna throw the horn guy.
Okay. Where do you want to throw him?
Well, can I get some counsel? Should I throw the goblin with the horn far away from us, or should I throw him into the brine?
Or you could throw him into another goblin.
But that's just 2 goblins now out, as opposed to
How far can you throw him in?
like some say 40, 50 feet. But it's like, but it's not like I've competed for it. I don't know for sure. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the horn goblin and I'm going to just skip him into the brine as he's blowing his horn to make all the goblins go after him. So I'm going to just like, as he's playing, I'm going to skip him like a rock, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when I hit him, it's going to go like,
Fantastic.
all the way down, which is also like the sound of my favorite kind of music. Air horn.
Air horn. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's
do
this
that.
horny
Amazing. Okay. You grab the goblin. You have the movement to do so. You grab the goblin who is blasting on his horn.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check. You're going to throw him either way. Your feat makes it very easy to throw people. This will just determine whether or not he's able to damage you on the way out.
So that's a 20.
Yes, a D20.
Athletics is +7.
You're quite good at this.
All right, yes.
Yes.
It's an 18 +7.
Yay!
You do the math at home.
25. You grab the goblin, scoop him up, and how do you throw him? Like, do you have technique, or is it like a kyber toss?
Below the
No, I'm gonna
under the legs.
I'm gonna grab him by his scruff, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just spin him,
Yeah.
almost like a vuvuzela. So there's another kind of horn sound. His horn's going, and it's just like wah, 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 and then we get into the thing. So I'm gonna like spin him around, get up some momentum, and then just let him go.
It works. He goes
I know.
soaring through the air, still blasting on his horn. He tries to take like a parting shot at you as he leaves your arms, but is unable to. You throw him so hard, and you hear the and realize he is annihilated on contact with the brine from the first touch. The horn sound stops, thankfully, and the goblin ceases to exist.
I'm so glad you didn't fall in there, Mr. Princess.
It's bad. Water's bad. This is what I always tell everyone. The second you touch water, it'll kill you.
That's why you clean yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it the Bane.
Squibbly, it occurs to you that the brine is dangerous as you see the goblin become unmade upon contact with the water. What would you like to do? It is your turn.
Terrifying. I just saw Unmaking. This is my first, I guess I've seen death in our other adventures, but it's still...
We've killed.
Yeah, we've killed a lot. And maybe you told me that was really fun. That was like graduating for this goblin. I want to help out the other goblins.
They're gonna graduate.
They're gonna graduate. That's what I've told you. And I'm gonna help them out so hard. I start focusing on casting a scorching ray.
Amazing. Now, because you are a mage, your augment means that you don't have spell slots. You can cast magic whenever you want at will, but it does take a little longer to cast. So you begin casting Scorching Ray, and as you focus on the spell, it's not going to go off right away. Instead, you'll be taking a penalty to your initiative while you focus on the spell, waiting for it to go off.
Ooh, you guys, I'm gonna graduate these goblins. Hold on. Hold on. No. It's gonna be. Talk amongst yourselves.
More goblins.
Squibbly, with your party's support, you begin channeling the Scorching Ray spell. Mr. Princess, in addition to singing, is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Yes. I go run and hide, first of all. And second of all, I'm going to make a horn noise that says retreat.
Oh.
Burr, 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 burr.
Yeah, give me a deception check.
Yes, and I get advantage on this because I'm imitating something else. 15.
15. All right. That's a nat 20 for the
No!
first one. Second one gets a 19.
Oh, jeez.
These are smart goblins.
Yeah.
The third one is like, yeah, maybe we should retreat.
Yeah, we should go.
You hear like a little voice from the back that's like, you heard the guy, retreat.
Oh, they
And you hear the other two say, Rob is dead, Bill! What are you talking about? He was unmade in the pride! You can't possibly be telling us to retreat! God, you're the worst!
Oh, we underestimated these goblins' critical thinking skills. A classic blunder for an adventuring party.
And with that, it is, oh God, what were their names? It's Rob and McGilvercuddy's turn.
Gilbert Cuddy.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Normal goblin
Normal
names.
goblin
Yeah.
names.
McGilvercuddy's dead. He
No, he's
fell in
dead.
the brine.
Ah, well.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
You see one very poorly made goblin arrow go soaring through the air. It lodges in your armor and doesn't damage you.
Sick.
And it occurs to you for a moment that this was maybe supposed to penetrate your armor and hurt you, but you start to smell something as you realize the arrow is on fire and you are covered in oil. So although you don't
That's
take
it.
the piercing damage from this attack, you do still take the fire damage. You take 9 fire damage as you are completely engulfed in flames.
9, you say?
Yeah, 9.
Okay, well, I have 44, so I think I still got some to spare, right?
Yeah, you do. You're okay for now.
For now.
If you had gotten hit, it would have been worse. It would have been a lot more damage on one turn, but your arrow was able, or your armor was able to turn aside the arrow, so you just caught fire this turn. That's
I hope everyone's okay with me not joking around as Dave during this time. It's real tough, and I really appreciate you letting me just handle this how it should be, which is a tragedy.
Yeah, stop, drop, and roll, man.
Fire.
Exactly.
Yes.
Speaking of fire, your spell, finally channeled, can now be levied at an enemy.
Ooh! I made a fire! Okay, this scorching ray creates 3 rays of fire. So I kind of mold them like Play-Doh, like clay, into little bolts. And then I'm going to toss them at the 3 remaining gobos.
There's 2 remaining, so you could choose.
As I do, yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to send the, and we do not see any of the other goblin horde coming up.
You hear them, but you can't see them yet.
Okay, whichever one looks sturdier of the 2 remaining, they're going to get 2 bolts.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay, it's a +6 to hit. Oh, 25.
That's a hit.
Yes.
22.
That's
Oh!
23.
Yes.
That's a hit. Those are some hot dice.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me damage numbers.
Okay, it's 2d6 for each, so we've got 9,
The first one is dead.
Oh,
Kaput.
11,
Dead.
and I'm gonna kill even more with another 8. That first one.
Yeah.
I go boom, boom.
Woo!
You don't look dead enough. Ha!
Yeah, you see the goblin burst into flames, and you see the other one like fall dead, almost like in an explosion of flesh and cobbled together armor, made of like really 2 human shields put together.
I realized that I said dead, and somewhere along the line I processed that it's not just the graduation, but it still makes me feel better, so I stick with my initial feeling.
Mr. Princess
Graduated.
unfastens his bonnet and throws it into the air.
And it freezes.
Yeah, you dispatch these 2 goblins to the afterlife, to their graduation.
You're welcome.
And you are vaguely aware that there are different religions. People tend to feel very differently about pawns depending on what faith they belong to. But your innocent little mind, as fresh as a
Tangerine!
yeah, tangerine freshly cut, doesn't have the folds in it yet to really contemplate some of these deeper
Smooth,
thoughts.
baby. We're unblemished.
All right. Issa,
Oh.
it is your turn. Make a dex save as you
yes.
now plummet.
I am falling.
Oh.
Currently, I did
Sorry.
forget.
I
No,
was
no.
so excited about my spell. I didn't notice
I was
that.
really excited about your spell too, actually. That is you said dexterity. 15.
So you'll take half damage from this, which is good. So that's 12. So you take 6 bludgeoning damage as you now land.
Okay.
Sorry.
As I'm like falling, I'm like, catch me, catch me, catch me.
I'm on fire.
And
right
when you look down, Dave is not there. Oh no! Like he threw you up and then left.
Yeah, no, that's
listen,
fair.
I threw Issa, I threw a goblin with a horn, and I got lit on fire. I've been busy since
Yes,
we were
you've been
upwards
busy.
up to like
Very
100 feet in the
busy.
air.
Yes.
And just like you've been busy,
Yeah.
the goblins have been busy as well.
no.
As 3 more join the fray, having heard the dying sort of calls of their friend that died in the brine. So you hear the skittering goblins come streaming in, and you realize that you're quite lucky that you took out the goblin with the horn, or who knows how many more would have been called. Dave, since you had that forethought, give me an insight check.
Okay, it's +0. Good to know. 7.
Okay,
Listen. I'm just Dave.
just Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't occur to you that maybe another one of these goblins has another horn. You just don't think about it. Like the thought enters and leaves your mind almost immediately.
Hold on. Who has more than one horn?
No one does that.
No one. Because you know who makes the horns? Me at my glass blowing shop. And it takes a long time. We make glass horns. They sound like crap, but they look
Catch the
cool.
light.
Yes, they catch the light real nice. You hang it up in a window.
Yeah, they're just
if the
pretty.
sunset comes in. Oh, it's so sick.
It is your turn, Issa.
As I dust off the ruined dust, this is bad. We've only been adventuring for about 3 months. So there's 2 goblins. I'm going to.
There's 3.
Oh, that's worse. I'm going to get out from. I want to move closer to one and fire an arrow again at it.
Okay, amazing. Roll to hit.
Great. Oh, that is what I feel in my heart. That is a 1.
That is a failure.
Yes.
Yeah, as you like sort of knock an arrow in your bow and fight it, your bowstring snaps.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. You are Arisen. You are Arisen. You're strong.
It occurs to you that you did ask Dave to restring your bow at the last camp, and maybe he restrung it too tight.
I'm real strong. You have to understand.
Why are you always so tightly strung?
It's just I tweak it too much. I don't know my own strength. I thought the weather was going to be a little more humid. I thought I was going to
It was gonna have a little more, like-
I thought we were going to have a little bit of a jam session where we kind of loosen up.
Yeah. As your bowstring snaps,
Yes.
Dave, it is your turn.
All right, am I still on fire?
Yes.
Okay. Can I put myself out?
You can attempt to put yourself out.
Okay, I would
Don't
like
use
to.
the water.
I won't use the water.
Touch the water.
Can I run at one of the goblins closest to me, grab onto them, and then drop and roll? So I'm getting them hurt, and then I'm also
That's
putting
Yeah.
myself
Very
out.
good.
Yeah,
Just like when I used to play rugby.
exactly.
Yeah, you did play rugby.
I had the collar, the whole thing.
You could,
You're wearing it all the
you
time.
can use an action to put yourself out, but you could try to set the goblin on fire while you're doing so.
Yeah.
Give me an unarmed strike.
Okay. And then
+7.
+7, so 17.
17, yeah. You come rushing towards one of the goblins on fire. The goblin's not very
He must
excited
be
about this.
freaking out.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
And you grab him and you begin to roll around, still on fire.
Yeah.
You take 2d6 damage at the top of your turn from being on fire, which is 11 points of damage, but so does the goblin.
I do have the ability to do extra attack.
Oh,
Can I-
Yeah.
I forget.
Can I
get
also
attacks
stab this
too.
goblin?
Yes,
While
roll to
we're-
hit.
Okay, great. 17 with, would this be with my longsword?
Yeah, you could stab it with your longsword.
Or hand axe? I have a +7, so it'd be a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you all see the very disturbing sight of Dave running towards a goblin, tackling him, setting him on fire, and slitting his throat.
Yeah. With the 24.
Slitting his throat.
It's,
and then
listen.
That one graduated with honors.
I know you guys know
practiced.
Dave as being a super mellow dude, but when I catch on fire,
Yeah.
I kind of lose my temper.
That's where your line is.
Yeah.
make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Who knew goblin hair smelled that bad when it
Yeah.
catches on fire?
It's 14.
Seeing the gory display you make of one of their compatriots before you put yourself out, the other two goblins pitch and run. But before they do, they still throw rocks and flasks and stones at you. Give me, so one of them's going to come to you, and then one of them's going to come to Mr. Princess. Give me 2 dexterity saves.
Dexterity.
14.
So you'll take half damage.
I am hidden.
You hit and then you attacked, right?
I hid and then I made the horn noise.
Oh.
So what-
You are correct. So no, it hit you.
Oh no!
That's good. That is a 15.
15. Okay, so you are able to wheel out of the way as a rock comes like sort of whistling through the air and then hits the wall right next to your head. You are not so lucky as you take 4 bludgeoning damage as another like sort of flaming flask explodes against one of the walls and buffets you in flames, but you're not set on fire.
Oh, I'll take it for you, boss. You're my lead.
And as quickly as the scuffle began, all of the tumult ceases, and you are once again in a quiet, silent ruin.
I think we should loot the bodies.
Okay, but can we have a group hug first? Because that was stressful.
That was super
That was stressful. You're so good.
Good job hiding, Mr.
Yes, oh, you were
Oh
so
my
good.
goodness, well good job
really
doing that
good.
shit.
Sorry about dropping you.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
No, it's
just
okay.
I get distracted easily.
You were on fire.
You were
Yeah,
on
it
fire.
was. Thanks for noticing that.
What
Yeah.
I was remembering was the throw more than the drop. Personally.
Oh,
That's true.
Surena.
Yeah.
so
Look,
yes.
you look good up there. you know?
You're like a school counselor level good at getting them to graduate.
Yes, that is the graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they liked it, right?
Yes, they loved it. They loved it.
Hey,
It's-
put it all in for the team. Come
yeah.
on.
As you look through the mangled corpses
Yes.
that have been sent to their early graduation,
Oh, this one had a candy.
Ooh, this one had 3 horns.
you
Who
actually
has more than one horn?
you actually do find a goblin horn
Oh.
that can be used to enhance one of your weapons.
So I can enhance my weapon. My bow, that string has broken. I can use this horn.
Oh, it's the horn string.
You
Yeah.
stretch it out.
Yeah, I just stretch it out
You need me to blow this horn into
into a string.
Glass?
with
Yes.
my glass blowing abilities?
Yeah, blow,
You could.
blow on
Okay,
it.
sure.
Oh,
It occurs to me maybe
We're-
this is best done when you make camp for the evening.
True, I'll
You
need
could
the
take
fire.
some time
I'll need the
to
fire. Yeah.
use these
What time
components
is
to
it?
enhance your weapons. You also find a few torches amongst,
each of us get a torch. Here you are. Here you are.
Oh.
Ooh, we got
as well as a wickedly curved scimitar blade.
Who needs a scimitar? Okay, I'll hold on to it until
I'm
somebody
pretty stocked up on
gets
weapons.
excited about a scimitar.
Is it magical?
You're not sure yet.
We'll find out at camp.
I like to tell stories at camp. Is everybody cool with that?
I love your stories.
Are there gonna be ghost stories?
Oh, they have to be. We're by the hollow.
Do we feel safe camping in this keep, or should we
I feel
find a
like
tree?
perhaps we should find a tree. We are definitely surrounded by many corpses.
Yeah.
It's gonna
They
start
will
smelling.
start to smell.
Yeah.
Burnt
So-
one's already starting to
Terrible.
It's already
Sorry
not
about
great.
Yeah.
It's not your fault, but
Can we
Kind
just
of
find a nice tree to be under? Or some bushes?
There's also the camp you made the night before.
You know what? I actually forgot. Here's the
like we
thing. We had a camp we made yesterday.
Okay, let's just head back to that camp.
Yeah, I think that might be like
All
the
our stuff is there.
Yeah.
The sleeping bags.
like it's a lot more work
No,
to
it's.
start.
I don't want to do
Yeah.
another
Yeah, yeah,
camp.
exactly.
I collected all
Help
the
it.
small wood in the
Yeah.
area.
You
I
did.
mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
You grab the loot and go back to
Yeah.
old camp.
As you start opening the chests, you do notice they're full of mundane swords, you know, the kind that you would outfit like a novice warrior with. You grab some of the items. You think it might take multiple trips, but, you know, you can grab a good chunk of it
Teamwork.
and begin to take it back to your camp.
What I learned is if the sword is not sheathed, don't bundle it up under your arm.
You're just bleeding.
Last mission, I had to be revived by my Arisen, my liege.
As
I
you're
will never say it.
going through the chests and the barrels, let's do an investigation check.
Ooh, good thing I finally got something I have a bonus on. So I got a +3, that makes it a 5.
A 5.
17.
17.
11.
11.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The two of you realize some of the chests are trapped.
Oh. Yeah.
Let me just grab
No, no,
this.
no. No.
Should I throw one of the chests? Let's just say 30 feet away from us.
Hey!
Bust it open.
yes.
Any trap, anything that's like if it explodes or if it sprays acid or if it has some water in it, we'll be safe from it.
Yeah, you toss the ones that you can hold, and I'll sort of go in and do my thievery to try and detrap the rest.
Yeah, not a bad plan. You grab the chest, you chuck it, and sure enough, as it hits the ground, you see some kind of wire mechanism inside of it go off, and a bunch of shrapnel comes bursting out of it. Good call. But it's a common Dave W.
Yes.
Common Dave W.
Yeah, and that shrapnel probably only went
Like around.
29 feet in either direction.
You make your way back to camp with your spoils in tow, as evidenced by the world map, having successfully completed your mission at the Hollow Keep. You're settling in to your usual positions around the camp. Usually, where do you hang out?
With my head in my Arisen's lap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have Squibbly's head in my lap, and I'm just sort of patting their head, and I'm reading by the fire.
What are you reading?
I'm reading a cookbook. Oh. Yeah, because I every time we have downtime, I miss the life I had before I became an Arisen. That's what Issa does. She recounts how she didn't ever want to be an Arisen. She just wanted to have a little nice life, and so this is a moment of solace and quiet. And then, yeah, that's what she is enjoying.
You were a baker, right, my liege?
Well, I was an assistant baker, yes.
Hey, we got these horns. Should we do a little soundtrack for the story we're about to hear?
I was in the bakery. The floor started moving. It started shaking under me. I ran out, and before me was a giant dragon. And my grandmother, the baker, who I was assistant to, ran out, squished instantly by the dragon's giant foot. In a blind rage, I didn't know what came over me. I just ran up the dragon, scaled the dragon, and shot an arrow in its eye. And I woke up with its claw upon my chest. I felt sort of the potential I had in my life, the potential of who I was, ripped from me. And from there I became the Arisen. And the fate that I had wanted for myself, gone. For now I have to find the dragon that, I just have to, get him, kill him,
so that I can, be a baker again or whatever.
So let me get this straight. As soon as you unmake the dragon,
Yes.
I get unmade because you'll go back to being a baker and I'll cease to exist, and this is the mission I'm helping you to fulfill?
So I don't think that's how that works.
Okay, cool. Enough of an explanation for me. Hey, does she have a backpack shaped like a pumpkin?
Whoa, nice pumpkin
Great.
backpack.
Very, very
It's full of
handsome.
snacks and medical supplies.
Uh-huh. Do you want a bonbon?
This shouldn't be in the same bag.
They're mixed.
Oh, wait, that's a syringe.
Sorry,
hold on.
This is going to happen. This is going to keep happening if you put them in the same bag.
Give me a performance check.
Okay,
Since you've been playing the goblin horns.
that's true.
Plus performance.
Plus performance, it's a 5.
All right.
It's a 5.
Your playing also draws the attention of several armored boots kind of crunching through the gravel nearby.
Just sentient boots, or
Probably sentient.
Maybe are a great enemy.
Maybe driven by, you think, maybe human feet.
oh, my boys.
Oh, yeah, humans are
Did we have a chance to short rest before this all happened?
I really hope you did. Let's go ahead and construct some stamina pools. I am going to give you a -1 to your roll because of how disturbing your conversation was.
6.
I also got a 6.
Meaning a 5. Right?
Oh, 6?
Plus Dex plus Con?
Yeah.
So that gives me a 7. -1 is back to 6.
6. That's not
Wait,
bad.
plus we do
10?
plus dexterity and constitution.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, so you have a 10 -1.
yeah.
I have 7 points.
Okay. So you're able to rest and catch your breath a little bit. You hear the rapidly approaching boots and hooves, and sure enough, you see a familiar face. You see someone known to you as erstwhile a really good friend of Dave's.
Yeah. If I was
Not your
if I
Dave.
wasn't Dave's best
Alpha
friend.
Dave.
Yeah, no, I know
You're
what you
Beta
meant. I
Dave.
know what you meant.
You're not allowed to have friends.
No, but if I wasn't Dave's best friend, I know I'm his, pawn, but like I'm like his best friend. If I wasn't, it would be erstwhile. We're like the 3 amigos.
Yeah. Erstwhile Montgomery.
I'm gonna give a common, polite, human greeting to erstwhile.
I love that humans say what they're doing human-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo!
Yeah.
Really good. That was so human.
Erstwhile's nostrils flare a little bit as he hops down from his horse and says, I thought for a moment there that there were goblins calling for aid in these hills. And here I come to find Beta Dave blowing on a horn.
Yeah, just working on some new progressions and stuff like that, Erst.
We don't have a spot in the band. There is no opening.
Yeah, no, I know.
For
That's
a
chill. That's
goblin
chill. But like,
hornist.
yeah, but like, I think it's just like I'm telling you, some of these arrangements I've been working on with your tunes would really help you elevate the sound.
If that was what was echoing through the ravine is any indication, Beta Dave, I think we're going to have to pass at this time.
Yeah, but I didn't have an opportunity to like get ready. And this horn, I've never played them before.
He was warming up.
Yeah, I was warming up. And they were actually digging what I was putting down, right?
Yes.
Right, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make a deception check.
Come on.
This is my pawn.
Erstwhile buys it.
Yes. Very good at his craft, which is music.
Well, if the Arisen thinks so, who am I to disagree?
Meanwhile, I go up to the horse and stroke the mane and say,
Hi, are you a pawn too?
Give me an animal handling check.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, careful.
18.
Yeah, the horse does not talk back because it is a horse. But it does tolerate your petting and kind of nuzzles you a little bit, which you
Oh,
can
no,
interpret
I
any way
couldn't.
you like.
Oh, well, I nuzzle back a little. A little more. Is this going well? Go for it. You think so? Yeah. Okay.
music.
I tell the horse, my friend likes you.
Wow, your teeth are so big.
Hey!
Horses love it.
Hey! Yeah!
Make a persuasion check.
Can I assist? Can we? Because we're wingmanning.
I need
Can we-
advantage here.
Yeah, because we're assisting.
Action, yeah, the hay and the my friend likes you.
Help adds a D4?
Does that work?
Help adds a
No,
D4?
you can do it with advantage.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that was worse. So, I think it was an 8 before.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Is this good?
you come on a little strong, and the horse is like, I'm not ready for this right now. Like, I thought we were just nuzzling.
Does the horse talk?
No, it just gives you that with body language.
Cool. It's cool. Yeah.
Like, it stops nuzzling you and instead, like, starts to, like, sidestep, like,
Dressaging it.
Yeah,
Dressages
no,
away.
Yeah.
no, it's fine. I'll see you around, and then I go back to my Arisen and
I
just
tell
sort of
Squibbly
like
not to worry
sit
about
by
it.
your feet. I just crouch by your feet. I feel safe here.
I try to convince Squibbly that there's lots of horses in the field.
Yes, and now you can go track down those bandits.
yes, we'll be able to outfit our militia with these weapons.
Hey, are we sure these bandits are bad? Just want to be clear.
That's a good question, erstwhile. Are these bandits bad?
Well, as the name would tend to indicate, yes,
Well, what's in a
bandits
name?
do tend to be bad.
Wait, did they like kill anybody, or they just kind of take supplies? Like maybe they're starving,
Right,
and then murdering them is strong, or graduating.
Graduating
Graduating
them,
them, yes.
graduating.
Well, I hear they've been taking advantage of the town people nearby.
Oh, that's awful.
See, there's refugees fleeing the war in the west, and they've taken up, residence in the abandoned mining camp.
And so and then that's bad.
They're hurting innocent people.
Well, yes, that's what I've been led to believe.
You want us to kill them?
Well, as we were going to march the militia in,
Oh yes. Oh, we have.
but
other
if
people.
you would like to go and kill them, I mean, that would save us some trouble. There's enough things to kill in these mountains that, low be it to me to stop you from doing so.
First of all, can we have a bit?
Are you going to do that thing where you talk in front of me like I can't hear you?
Well, we'll just
Well,
go
no.
further
Well,
away.
now
You will not understand what we're saying.
So he's weird, right? Yeah. I'm still hanging on to your leg.
Yeah. No, So.
I really need this gig. If we could do this favor for him, I think it would really help my chances of getting in the band.
Okay, that's one vote for.
Yeah.
That's one before. I do. If the bandits are hurting the people, then we need to stop that, right? Because like the whole, we want to change the world and make it better.
I get
Is it a
that.
trap?
Yeah, it sounded like you put those words and he just kind of agreed
So-
if that would make us do it.
I think so too. But you really want this band thing.
I just need the gig. I need a win.
Yeah, I hear
Alpha
that.
Dave hates that I don't win anything.
Hey, you win at throwing.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, thank you
You
so
throw
much. No, I know.
solid,
Also-
maybe 30 feet.
That's good. Thank you.
And you know, I know that we keep saying Alpha Dave, Beta Dave, but you're the only Dave I see.
Hey,
Because you're in front of me. Physically. Right there.
I'll take it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll take it. You always gotta take the wins.
Yeah.
Dave the wins.
Dave the
wins.
wins.
That doesn't enough that
Yeah.
works. That doesn't.
So
that doesn't.
you don't need to be in a band. I mean, maybe you do, but I won't tell you what to do. But I mean, I will because I. Yeah.
Yeah, if you let me. If you let me.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Mr. Princess.
Yeah.
Do you think we should trust this guy?
Should you rub up against his leg?
Yeah. I'm gonna go over like a
Yeah, suss out the vibe.
Yes.
and I sort of like nudge up against him. Can we trust this guy?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
11.
Yeah, you get the sense from him that he's really tired. You know, like when and actually, you're well traveled enough, Mr. Princess, that you know that what he says is not untrue. Every landmark that has been described to you has been described as abandoned. There's goblins in this area. There's wildlife in this area that's been picking people off. You know there's something going on in the mine, which is why all the miners left. And there's a war in the east that people are fleeing. It's really just dark times, and it seems that, to you at least from your surface read, that erstwhile is someone who's been put in a leadership position that during a very bad time to be in a leadership position.
I do a little circuit and stuff. Come back. I was like, yeah, he's clean.
Did he say anything about the horn playing? Maybe.
I didn't really ask that.
Yeah. No,
But then-
Doesn't seem like a band type. You're sure?
I think-
Are you sure? Good at being in band?
I feel like maybe you should start do your own thing, or go solo for a while.
I mean,
and
that's
see.
pretty. What do you think about this? What if we had a band and we called it the Band It's?
Oh, I think.
It might get confusing on our
Might get
adventures. We
confusing,
might get in
yeah.
trouble.
That's
trouble.
true.
Like,
That's
that's
true.
Tori.
Yeah,
Should kill
exactly.
them.
Yeah.
So yeah, bad idea. Yeah.
Well, there's no bad idea.
There's no bad
Yeah,
ideas,
yeah.
none at all.
We'll workshop it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But you still we still wanna help this guy out. It's kind of up to you. You're our fearless leader.
My liege.
Okay, all right. Yes. I'm gonna go up to Erstwhile. Hi, Erstwhile. Hey.
Hi.
So-
Yes.
We would
Of
love
course,
to accept
please.
the mission. How would we accept the next mission? To do the bandits, the militia? What is our next objective?
Well, I was under the impression that you'd help us with with arming our local militia, and
Do we
then
have to go to town?
go
for that,
off
or-
and go to kill the dragon. Because you see, most of the Arisen they do that.
No, yes, I will kill the dragon. But I'm trying to.
But you
I'm
want to
trying
you want to help
thread
us
the
first.
needle. No, wait.
Because
is
that
possible?
I will not say no to.
I can just go straight to
not say
killing
no
the
to that.
dragon. Right now.
A lot
Wanted
of
to.
people attempt to do that.
No, I think you need help.
I'm not above asking for help.
Look, I'm not a huge fan of going after the dragon since all be unmade, but you're
We
the
don't
boss,
know.
my liege.
We don't know that's true. So how can we help? Do you want us to like lug them, put them in a thing, take them to the thing?
This is unprecedented. An Arisen monster.
Well,
While this is happening, I'm gonna go sneak over to his stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm distracting.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Dirty
Dirty
20.
20.
You're able to sneak over to his horse that is laden with his stuff. But as you're talking to him, and you say like, "How can I help?" He says, I suppose you could go ahead and scout and see what's been going on. What troubles are plaguing the poor people that have taken up in that horrible mine. If you could just go have a look and maybe get them to help us in figuring out where these bandits are hiding and how to make the area safe again. It would solve our iron shortage, you know. We wouldn't have to be scavenging and
that was a
goblin-infested ruins.
So I'm sorry. You said iron shortage.
Oh yes, ever since we've had to shut down the mine, we haven't been able to make our tools anymore. And we've had to instead resort to scavenging rusty old implements from the ruins,
That's awful.
like the ones that you retrieved here. You know, but we try to get by. We do what we can.
We will absolutely go in there and scout and all of that you just said. We will do that. Absolutely.
Yes, okay. You go ahead as an advanced party, and I'll send reinforcements after you. When would you like me to send them?
I mean, I don't know. If you
So
want
you gotta ride all the way back.
Yeah, I
You
was
gotta
just
give 'em a
thinking.
heads up.
I was
It's
thinking
like
the
at least
logistics.
2 hours.
Yeah, like as soon as you get back, just send them over. I feel like that'll give us enough. Like,
I can position my men here that are going to be outfitting themselves in these these things you've retrieved for us, and we can
Okay.
camp here and we can wait for a signal maybe if you need help.
That sounds wonderful.
Ooh, if you see anybody being thrown in the air real
Yes.
high.
Squibbly will give you the signal. You will
How
know.
far
Yeah,
can you
yeah.
throw people?
Well, I have never tried my hand at throwing. Maybe I will. Who knows? But Dave here, big thrower.
30 feet only.
Sometimes people say up to 50 to 100
You
feet.
can
I haven't
throw
seen
a
it.
man, a person, a grown individual, 30 feet.
No,
So humble.
we did that today.
Yeah, I can.
I must say, I was not familiar with your game.
Yeah.
Oh.
So imagine me playing the horn with your band, and then I just pick someone up from the audience and I throw them to the backboards.
Dave, you solve my little mind problem, and I'll drop the beta from your name.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get in the band,
As-
but
as
This is the
mayor.
first step.
okay.
Squibbly, this is huge.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be throwing you later, just so you know.
Fair.
Because
That's
your
understandable.
bia is going to be one signals.
War cry, battle cry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you hear a yeah.
Yeah.
What? Could you do it for me once so that I
Would you say my name?
know?
Oh, it's Squibbly.
Your name is Squiggles?
No, you
Squiggly.
have to say correctly. Oh.
Squibbly.
Squibbly.
Oh, that. That's you can actually hear that resounding.
Yeah, it's
the
not
grand
good to being stealthy and not alerting the goblins to our position, but neither are the horns, so who am I to judge?
She's perfect.
Very well then, I will accept your help in this matter, and I'll wait for you here.
I found a scimitar. Okay.
You make it to the mining camp, and the sight before you is a desolate one. Everything is covered in a thin layer of gray dust from the rock that is mined here and kind of remains suspended in the air. And in fact, you too, as you venture here, are covered in a fine, thin coating of dust, which is particularly annoying for your beastren fur.
It's in your
Grumpy,
hand.
do you have a brush?
Don't. Oh, no,
Oh,
no.
yeah. In her mouth.
Yes, your clothing is almost completely obfuscated with this gray dust. What does Dave the human normally look like, and what does he look like now?
I actually kind of look like how I look like when I'm on Burning Man.
Oh
Covered in
no!
dust, you know. But you just like go with it, you know. It's all about art and community and millionaires. Yeah. But I like it.
sounds
Yeah.
right.
I like it. I like it.
Otherwise, physically, how does Dave look?
It's okay. Dave is a guy of average height, and average build. He has some facial hair, but not a lot. Sometimes he'll wear a hat, but not too much because it's a little showy.
Is he wearing one right now?
No. He lost it when it caught on fire.
It was a straw hat.
It was a straw hat. It was
Flair.
something new he was trying. He tries different hats, you know.
It's a
Dave,
bold choice.
even though Dave is kind of become a replica of the Alpha Dave, he is still trying to find who he is as a guy. So he tries on different kind of personalities and outfits. He was
In the mirror, I could be Hat Dave.
yeah, he was like, maybe I'll be Hat Dave. One time he did checkerboard. It didn't work out, but he's doing his best, and he just is a guy that has a couple axes, long sword, shield, and he's ready to go.
When you wander into camp with your incredibly average appearance, people kind of continue going about their business almost like you live there. In fact, one of them goes up to you and says, "Hey, Dave." Continues kind of putting together a tent and
Yeah, and I respond with the appropriate, "Hey, man,"
yeah.
because I don't know who that dude is.
And he has like a little hammer and is like kind of got these stakes and rope that he's like hammering into the ground.
Yeah,
Are
he's
these-
putting a tent together.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Since he kind of just seems to know or think I'm this other Dave, I'm just gonna go walk in and see what's up with the tent.
Yeah. You walk into the tent. Inside, you see his wife and child, and the wife goes, "Oh, hey, Dave."
Yeah. What does the kid say?
The kid is too young to speak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he a good kid? Do they seem happy?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. 16.
16. The mom seems happy. The kid is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Horrible kid.
All right.
Not that cute.
Smack him.
Oh no.
Listen to your mother.
No.
You notice that, like, while the mom is sitting there, kind of like absentmindedly, like poking at the fire, like the little kid is like pulling on her earrings.
All right, nothing seems out of place here. I'm gonna go and talk to the dude putting together the tent and see if he needs, if he's okay with us crashing for a bit. And tell him I got some friends. Is it cool if we use the tent?
Yeah. When you ask him this, it's the first time he actually looks at you and realizes he doesn't, like, know you.
Oh no.
No, you can't stay in my house.
I mean, bud, it's hardly a house.
Oh.
Yeah, shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, well, you get by with what you can.
You should say something.
Hi, hello, hi.
So sorry.
So, we're here to provide aid. That's, I think, what Dave was trying to say. We are here to provide aid.
He asked me if he could sleep on my couch.
I know. It's a weird.
That's a Dave
It's a
thing.
Dave. It's a
Yeah.
colloquial.
Oh, is this your date? We got one too.
And
We have a Dave too.
Yeah.
How many
straight
Dave?
up, I didn't say sleep on your couch. I said crash on your couch. It's a way cooler way of being unhoused.
I love when people do this to me. That's my favorite. I love escaping war and getting one of these.
Yes.
Yeah, I see you got one too.
No,
My
yeah.
empathies go with you. We also have one.
We have a Dave.
We have one among our people,
Maybe they should talk.
among the refugees.
Is your Dave in a band?
I believe he is trying to be, but he is currently is not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My Dave is also not in a band.
He
but
plays
is trying.
the lute.
Oh, my Dave plays. What do you play? Horn?
We have supplies, medical
Yes.
supplies, and candy that we can provide
Both.
you.
Medical supplies, candy, all swords. We have everything that we took from the ruins. We brought.
Well, we don't
Do you need food?
want swords. We left because we're tired of the fighting.
Okay, well, how can we help?
Well, we're sort of caught in the middle again.
No.
You see, we left fighting in our hometown, and now there seems to be fighting between the people in these mountains and the people from Port's End.
How do you feel about the fighting? What is your name?
Oh, my name is Dave.
Wait, you were the Dave?
So you're refugees, huh? Stuck in the fighting?
Yeah, you're stuck between war.
Yes, and it kind of feels like we found ourselves in war again.
Well, we'll protect you.
Would it help if we killed stuff and maybe graduated it on your behalf?
Yes, we will be graduating it into
A
the
whole
great beyond.
class. A whole class.
Oh, yeah. Grade level, yeah.
Well, if I'm being honest, we've talked to these people that apparently are criminals, and
The bandits?
yes, and we've made an arrangement with them.
Oh, so you're safe?
Well, for the most part, they leave us to our business as long as we don't meddle in their affairs, and occasionally they even help us with some of the local wildlife. There's some dangerous things out here in the woods.
Dave, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, sorry.
sorry.
Right?
Classic
My bad.
Dave. Yeah.
My bad, dude.
Right.
My bad.
Tent Dave.
How do you feel about Erstwhile? Do you know them?
Oh, yeah, it's from the town.
Yeah, have they come over to offer you aid directly to support you in your endeavors, or are they just sending people to fight on your behalf that you haven't asked for?
Well, I didn't realize he was sending anyone. I do know they have their clashes with the bandits. You see, although the bandits leave us alone in return for kind of hiding them in the mountains, that's not the case with Port's End.
I see. So I would rather you have your freedom than live under an arrangement. We, as a group, will go into the caves, we will graduate the bandits, and then they'll leave Port's End alone.
And they'll leave us alone.
Because they'll be graduated to the great beyond.
Okay. I think that could. I don't know what that means. If I'm being
It's
honest.
like a really good thing that happens when somebody, sticks a sword through you or throws you in the brine, and then you level up.
It's you level up.
Oh,
Yes.
you level.
And that's good.
We are ideally dismantling systems of oppression.
What do you think about this, Dave?
I think this is a super chill thing to do.
Yeah.
I know Dave's. This Dave's a good Dave. And the Dave code says, and a Dave we go.
And a day we go.
I think we're ready for kill it.
Squibbly just accepts that like it's murder now.
We can try talking with them first. If we can convince them to leave alone Port's End.
Yeah,
So
Because truly, Erstwhile was kind of a jerk.
I know, I'm trying to
So
pin him down. He has like a weird vibe, right?
Yeah, he's not like a bad vibe. The vibes are rancid.
That's why we have you around.
Yeah.
You're so smart.
Yeah, I can sniff it out a mile away.
Thank you, Mr. Princess. Thank you.
I mean, you'd be doing me a great favor. We do have an arrangement with the bandits, and because of this, they do leave us alone, but
Let's go talk.
they've started mining in the mine again. And it's been drawing some attention, so if you were to either get them to move on or leave us alone, or
Why is it bad if they're mining?
from my understanding, it's the mining in the mountain woke something up or drew something in. I don't know, and that's why this area was open when we came here. We've been trying to keep our heads down and just minding, sort of our own business.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Squibbly is hearing that you don't care if we fight whatever is in that mountain because they're not stealing your stuff. They're stealing Port's End stuff. And Port's End has no beef with you and is like, just go kill all the goblins. And you're cool with us doing that? It's not going to upset any Dave relationship that was forming here?
All right. Oh, all right. No, this is good. Signs of peace. I like it.
Dave says it's cool.
All right.
Yeah. And the
Day we go!
Our party goes into the cave, and at first it is quiet and cool and calm. You see a lot of abandoned mining equipment, and you see that at one time this place provided a source of wealth and stability to the region. But you can't help but feel a somber feeling down in your guts as you go in. That feeling you get when you go into a place that people haven't been in a while. You enter the derelict, and as you do, you begin to hear sounds. Sounds of moving feet, the sounds of labored breathing, and eventually the sounds of battle.
I've been waiting for this the entire time. Yeah!
the whole time?
The whole
All
time.
time. Thank you so much to Gina DeVivo for,
Oh my
for
God.
putting this together.
Oh!
Yeah, amazing job, especially because what I asked for was the moon and Gina delivered, so thank you, Gina. Entering the atrium of the mine, you see the remains of what used to be an old forge, maybe with some stonemasonry.
Can I use my stone cunning to do a history check?
You can.
Yes! 5.
You realize that this stonemasonry has been utterly destroyed by this Cyclops.
Oh no, I should have known that.
We're
for my
so
stone cunning.
little.
You see in the atrium of the mine a massive, lumbering, rippling with muscles Cyclops.
Muscles, you say?
Yeah, I know.
So big.
Strapping, but also actively destroying the mine as well as the bandits. In fact, as you come into this large vestibule, the Cyclops brings down a tree, which it has fashioned into a trunk, destroying one of the sort of like staircases behind it. Roll for initiative.
Okay. What?
I got a 15.
21.
I've got 21 as well.
24.
Mr. Princess, you, with your beastren reflexes, can go first. You see the absolute carnage that is unfolding before you. The very walls of the mine around you are starting to spring little rivulets of sand as the entire structure of the area you're in becomes compromised. The ground quakes with this Cyclops' every move as it brings down its club again and again, absolutely decimating the humans at its feet.
With my cat-like reflexes, I shall spring into action, Mr. Princess says out loud. And I'm going to sprint up the ladder, climbing up and around to the back, and jump onto the Cyclops.
Yeah, where would you like to jump?
I'm gonna try to get on his back and cling to him.
So you are able, with your augment and your ability to climb easily, to scamper your way all the way up the Cyclops' back. What would you like to do with your action?
I go up to where I'm most comfortable, the highest point on somebody's shoulders, and I take my rapier and I stab him.
Roll to hit.
22.
That's a hit. Go ahead and give me damage.
17.
You plunge your rapier into the Cyclops' back, and you immediately notice that despite your hilt almost going all the way in through the meat of this creature's shoulder, it barely flinches.
Well, I'm gonna do it again though. I have an extra damage, so I take the rapier and I go and twist it for 5 more damage.
Amazing. So you go ahead and deepen the wound that you're causing in this creature's shoulder. Is that your turn?
Yes, and then I'm going to hang on to it right there.
Amazing. I'm very happy you clarified that. So that will give you extra purchase when this creature inevitably moves. Okay. Issa, you're up.
So, knowing that my foe is giant, I'm going to run towards the club because they are doing this motion. And so I want to, when the club is down, I want to climb inside the club so that when he raises up, I can fire his eye with my arrow.
Amazing. I absolutely love it. Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. Well, so that is 8.
An 8. Okay. So here's how this is going to work.
All right.
This is going to unfold on the character's turn, on the Cyclops' turn. Because to me, this reads as like, sort of like you're holding your action to wait for the club to come down, then you're going to grab on. We'll resolve that actually shortly with after Dave's turn. So Dave, you see Issa go for the club, trying to kind of crawl inside of it so that they can get a good shot. What are you doing?
Well, I have 2 hand axes that I can throw. How far away is the Cyclops' eye from me?
It's quite a ways up, but you could attempt to hit it.
How many feet, you say?
60.
It's gonna be your best throw ever.
Well, good thing axes are lighter than beings. I'm going to throw both of my axes
60 feet, you definitely can.
towards his eyeball.
This is a called shot, so you'll have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
But you do get two.
Okay, great.
strikes.
All right, so do I add anything to it?
For your hand axe?
Yeah, +7.
Yeah.
So it's a 20.
Very
So
nice.
-1. You
20.
said you're going to do disadvantage or?
Yeah, so you roll again
Okay.
and take
all
the
right,
lower.
20 and then oh.
Take it.
Yep. So that's an 18 +7.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you're doing both hand axes.
Yes.
So roll again.
Okay.
So one's already a hit.
That was not good. That one is a 5. That is 12.
Yeah, that one's not a hit.
Yeah.
But the first hand axe does hit home. Give me your damage roll.
+4. It's 5.
5. Your hand axe hits its mark. It barely dents the sort of thick cornea of this massive creature ahead of you. But that's not important. The creature reels. As a reaction, it drops the club and brings its hand up to cover its eye. On its turn, it was 100% going to smash you. That does not happen now.
Now, do I get an opportunity attack because
You're not leaving the creature's threat or range of attack. His hand is coming up near you, so if you want to do something to his hand, you definitely can.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, his hand kind of comes up to his eye to cover it, and he reels back, but he drops the club. And as he drops the club, it lands near you, but you do not get smashed. So you'll take half damage from the club attack.
Oh, okay.
So you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the club lands near you. Now you can still climb on it if you want, since you kind of held your action to do that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna crawl in as that action, so
Amazing.
that I'll be prepped when he picks it up again.
Yeah, he brings up his arm, he drops the club, you climb onto it, and then it is Squibbly's turn.
I think what Squibbly is gonna do, Squibbly might be a mage, but Squibbly also has a couple levels of fighter in her.
So she's gonna use her bonus action in order to Misty Step, and then is gonna do a melee attack. So do I lose some 5 points of initiative order?
Yes, the Misty Step takes you some time to cast.
Let me think. But is there anyone that goes ahead of me then? Or do I still act? So I'm going to hold my action as I prepare to Misty Step with my bonus action, and then I will do a melee attack.
Amazing. Okay, so you start casting your Misty Step, and you see...
You just see glitter go down on my toes. I do from my fingertips.
Wait, are you
to
not
my
wearing
toes.
shoes?
Completely barefoot.
I'm wearing boots with holes.
Yeah.
With the toes stick out.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Each
So we
little
actually do get to
orange.
see your wiggling toes.
Yeah.
Very
It's
good.
part of
They're
how my
perfect.
magic manifests. is I gotta wiggle the toes. Faster, toes!
Your toes start wiggling, and the bandits are going to attempt to help you in any way they can. You see them attack the closest body part to them. Let's see how successful they are. They're going to roll as a group. They are not at all successful. You see their arrows and rusted, dulled blades barely able to penetrate the massive shin guards and the armor on this massive Cyclops. It's at that point that the Cyclops brings down its leg. Who is in range of it? I think it is actually just Dave and the Bandits.
Oh.
That could be.
Oh, that's a great name!
That could be a band.
It is the band.
Make a dexterity save.
And
I'll
the
roll for the Bandits.
bandits.
No.
That was canted. And that one. Ooh, the Bandits don't fare much better. 16 points of damage is distributed in sort of a circle as the foot comes down. You take 5 points of that and knock down 2 of the bandits as they are crushed as well.
Oh. This is not going well for the bandits.
Dave me.
Yeah. You are
Said
knocked.
You said 5 points?
5 points go to you. Yeah, and 11 went to the bandits. Yeah, you see your band being torn asunder by the Cyclops' massive appendage as it brings down its foot. And you also
We're gonna
see
be big.
you also see the rock around you starting to give way as the structure becomes even less stable. It is now that your Misty Step goes off. Yeah, that you've got time to sort of channel it.
Okay. I'm first, as I see that my toes are starting to get the right level of twinkly, I am going to run up that ladder just behind the Cyclops. And when I reach the top, I'm going to go about 30 feet with my Misty Step to disappear and reappear on the Cyclops' brow, just above where his hand
Amazing.
is.
Fantastic.
And then I'm going to pull out the long sword I've been wearing on my back this whole time underneath the pumpkin backpack. It was cleverly concealing it. And I am going to get right on the edge of the top of the hands, and I'm going to stab through between the fingers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Roll the hit.
Oh my gosh, I didn't expect to get this far. I'm going to use my action surge.
To attack a second time?
To attack a second time because I rolled a 5. Good. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, the knuckle bone of one of the fingers turns your blade, and you recalibrate and try again.
Here we go. Do it. Do it for my Arisen. You could do it.
Say it behind.
A dragon ripped her heart out just so I could exist. It's all she ever wanted was for me to exist.
Ah!
Yeah! 21.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Oh gosh, I never thought I'd get this far. Okay. I would like to wield it two-handed.
Yes, that allows you to deal an extra damage if you do it two-handed, I believe.
Yes. I'm going to roll a d10. That's a 12. I'm going to roll a d10. Here we go, baby. That's 8 plus 2 for 10.
10. Amazing. As your great sword finds a place between the two fingers, you are able to slip your blade right between them, and you successfully blind the Cyclops.
Look, Mom! I mean, my liege!
The Cyclops is now blinded, and any attacks you do now will actually damage its morale. You could successfully get this creature to leave here, even if you can't kill it. What would you like to do, Arisen?
I would like to lower its morale to flee.
And how would you like to do so?
I'm going to, as his club comes up, I want to yell, "Get out of here!" And I want to shoot, do an arrow to his peck, where it's a meaty part, so I know that's not gonna kill him.
Yeah,
But just
hurt him enough.
Hurt him enough. Yeah. And I'm screaming "Get out of here! Go!
Yeah.
Please leave!
Go on,
Get out of here!
Shoot!
Shoot!
Get out of here! Nobody wants you anyway.
For your own good!
Yeah, for your own good! I don't want to kill you! I don't want to kill you at all!
I never loved you anyway!
I never loved you anyway. I have 2 attacks per action, so
Yeah.
if he doesn't listen, okay, that is 18.
18. Go ahead and roll a persuasion with advantage.
Okay,
Because your successful hit's giving you advantage here.
that is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally you would see a tier 4 minus high, but it doesn't have one anymore.
Go!
And as you say,
Go!
as
Get
you
out!
say this,
Leave! Please!
your arrow hits its peck and it goes, "Me go?
Yeah, no, go. I don't want to kill you.
You don't want me here?"
No, I can't. I can't have you here. You have to leave. Go, please, shoo.
It starts to walk towards the entrance of the mine, but then it looks back.
No. Get out of here.
Oh, wait, we're still on its
out.
head.
Yeah.
Jump down, you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
And it
think
takes another step,
So sorry.
and it turns around again.
No, please, don't make this any harder than it has to be. I need you to go to the forest. I think that's where you guys live.
I'm not from Forest.
I don't know. I just need you to go. The
That's a
mountains?
big assumption a lot of people make about Cyclops.
It takes another step.
No.
It doesn't turn around this time, it just pauses at the door.
I'm sorry.
Is there a stalactite up there that we could leap onto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Great.
You don't take fall damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're a beastren.
So I grab you and stuff, and I tuck you under and stuff, and I clamber back down.
I have a carabiner on my pumpkin backpack that I just put on
Bling!
You leap down safely with Squibbly in tow. The Cyclops lumbers out of the mine, and as it does, it just goes, "Mesa." Oh.
No.
He knew my name.
Missed you a second ago.
And it lumbers away.
That was really hard.
Group hug.
Oh, thank you. I know it killed a lot
Hey,
of people.
bandits, get out of here.
Bandits, get in here.
The bandits do not understand the heartfelt farewell at all, and instead are like, "You did it!" and come running, and are like, "Whoa, is that Dave?"
But she's a jolly good fellow.
Sure is.
Oh my god, dude, that on the.
That's the freeze frame.
Do you play instruments by chance?
And from thenceforth, Beta Dave was simply known as Dave.
And that was the greatest Dave of my life.
And tales were told of the Arisen, of their brave, wonderful pawns. In their hearts, Squibbly didn't know what would happen if the Arisen completed their quest, and Issa didn't know what would happen. But at least they knew they had this journey together. Dave, do you go back to glass blowing?
You know what? I don't think I want to do that anymore.
Dave continued adventuring with the Arisen to help them in their goals. And the other Dave kind of seems content with it for now.
I told you he was cool.
Yeah. The Dowager, alone in her home somewhere.
Sometimes, in mornings, when she goes out to her porch to fetch the newspaper, she'll find a little offering. Dead birds, little rats that have been maimed. And I watch from the alleyway across the street. Yes, this is right. This is right.
And thus our Arisen and their pawns were successful in not their first mission, but hopefully the first of many. Surena, Erika, Jonah, Becca, thank you so much for playing with me today.
Yay, Dave!
The best.
This was so much fun. And thank you so much for joining us at home for this very special Dragon's Dogma 2 tale. If this has inspired you to want to play a Dragon's Dogma 2 inspired game of your own, you can find this module down in the description below, and you can play the video game because it's out right now.
Yeah!
Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye!
Dave! Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day.
Wonderful day.
Yeah!
Wonderful day.
Bia, 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 bia!